You may have heard about the new rules affecting how folks will buy and sell properties. Stay tuned for information both buyers and sellers can't afford to miss. Hi, I'm Bambi Elstrom with eXp Realty in your guide to luxury living with tips to help you purchase your dream home or sell your home to a qualified buyer. Previously, the buyer agent compensation was offered in the MLS on behalf of the seller by the listing broker's company. Now, buyers and sellers still benefit from representation, help, and guidance of licensed realtors, but the way buyers' agents will be paid has changed. In the new rules, buyer agents will negotiate their compensation with the seller's agent and be paid directly from the seller at closing. Or, if the seller chooses not to pay your agent, you'll be responsible for your agent's commission. Let's say you're buying a $750,000 home and planning on putting 10% down. Now that the seller may or may not pay your buyer agent commission, here are the 4 ways you can pay that when you're getting into your new home. The first is that the seller agrees to pay the commission, just like has been happening up until now. But if the seller does not pay your buyer agent commission, you still have 3 other options in getting into the home you found and love. You could finance the commission into the loan. It's the same amount of cash into the deal. It just means a down payment of 7% instead of 10%. You could finance the commission into the price. You offer more and ask the seller for the difference to be paid out for the buyer broker compensation. Or you may pay the compensation yourself in cash at closing. Now here are some things to consider. For sellers, remember, when pricing your property, the previous sold comps included compensation for both buyer and seller brokerages. Appraisers will take that into consideration when evaluating your property during the sales process. If you don't plan to offer buyer brokerage compensation, your property should sell for about 3% less than if compensation is offered to both the brokerage handling your listing and to the buyer's brokerage as well. Transactions tend to go more smoothly and have a better chance of closing when both buyers and sellers have their own representation. There are several key functions that buyers' agents perform, including the guidance they give to buyers after the home inspection has been completed. Buyers can be quick to walk away from a deal, either due to lack of experience, fear of the unknown, or when lacking the skills to determine what really needs to be repaired and what's cosmetic or unnecessary. You'll attract more buyers when you offer to pay all or part of the buyer broker compensation. This is normally due to how an additional 2.5% to 3% affects the buyer's debt to income ratio. There will be fewer buyers who can afford your property if they must come up with more cash to close. For buyers, your buyer representative wears many hats. Finding the right home is only the beginning. The first negotiation can be with the listing agent, who will bring the offer of how much compensation the seller will be providing to pay for the buyer's brokerage, but also what kind of concessions for you, the buyer, may be offered. This can include closing costs, certificates of assessment, personal property like the refrigerator, washer, dryer, audio-visual equipment, and even pool and lawn maintenance equipment. Next comes the home inspection. Your buyer's agent will explain what should be repaired and why, as well as what's unreasonable to ask for. A good agent's negotiation skills make them worth their weight in gold. Not only can it save you money, it can also mean the difference of coming to an agreement with the seller to make the repairs or not. One of the main reasons properties don't close is due to disagreements over the home inspection report. Have you ever wondered what happens if the appraisal comes in lower than the contract sales price? This is the next item that an experienced negotiator can make in the difference between a new home for you or starting over at square one. Your sales contract will include a due diligence cancellation fee. The seller will require that you put up a non-refundable deposit. So if you walk away, you lose your deposit. No exceptions. Having a savvy negotiator on your side can help you through these and many other steps that must occur after you sign a sales contract with the seller. Don't underestimate the time and stress during the process of buying and selling. Making sure all details are followed up on and that all parties are in regular communication are key. This includes buyers, sellers, the listing agent, buyer's attorney, seller's attorney, title work, lenders, underwriters, inspectors, appraisers, and contractors for repairs. You'll soon realize that what a good buyer's agent does for you is a full-time job. Another way to think of it is this. Many people get a pilot's license every year and learn to fly a plane. I'm sure you know someone who has a pilot's license, right? Yet, would you trust that amateur pilot to take your family cross-country on a trip of a lifetime? Now, buying a home isn't a trip, but it is usually the biggest and most important investment you'll make. So, even in a changing real estate market, you still have options for getting into your new home. Let's start your home search. This is Bambi Elstrom with eXp Realty. If there are any questions you have that I haven't answered, or if you'd simply like more information, just give me a call. I'd be happy to meet you for a full home buyer presentation, or if you're a seller and thinking of selling, I offer a free 50-point home evaluation. All you have to do is ask. I'm here to help. If you found this information helpful, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Charleston Coastal Living, to see more videos I've produced for your education and enlightenment. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.